I've avoided this for 2 minutes now, 3 minutes, the Cleveland Browns, who, by the way, last week had very little chance to make the playoffs, but almost, if they had won, almost everything else came their way last week.
Yeah, it's that extra little twist to the knife.
And by
the
way, had you won.
Yeah, I mean, people look and think, well, if we could just get the Titans to lose and
Pittsburgh.
And Pittsburgh, and of course the Raiders and Colts have already kind of played themselves out of it. But
right.
yeah, I don't know what their percentage would have been, but it would have been a lot higher than 0.8, which is what it is.
Well, it would have been
now.
a tease, and it would have been fine. All right, so let's kind of recap. So I haven't seen you in a week, so we'll recap what's happened here. You informed me of something. I thought that the little skirmish on the sideline, Jarvis Landry and Freddie Kitchens, I thought it was because Landry didn't like the idea they would kick the field goal instead of going for it on first down.
Yeah.
You tell me otherwise.
Well, that was my first inclination watching the game because I was listening on radio at one point, and I heard Donovan and Deacon talking about that, and Deacon saying, "Oh, they're probably going to. There's 4-down territory," and then as it turns out, they realized they decided that they're going to need 2 scores anyway, right? So
yeah, but you're asking the rookie kicker to hit a 45-yarder.
Yeah, and when you have an offense with all the guys that we know are on their offense, so against one of the worst defenses in the league. So yeah, I thought it was an odd call, but so I just assumed that was what Landry was talking about when he went over there. I still thought it was a bad look for him to do that. But he then says it's because he wanted the ball more in this game. He thought he could help the team more. Well,
that too
first
wasn't
of all,
the time
don't
to do
show
it.
up your head coach by doing that to him, and tell the quarterback that on the bench if you have to. But here's a pet peeve of mine, Les. I mean, when things like that happen, and then Freddie comes out and immediately supports Jarvis Landry. I know he's a fiery guy.
Right.
He's just like, he wants to win. Well, there's a lot of guys on that team that want to win that don't do that. Guys like J.C. Treader who just pull themselves together with high ankle sprains and play the whole season and gut it out.
Couldn't
you don't think
practice.
he wants to win?
Of course.
But he's not going to go to the head coach. Nick Chubb, you don't think he wants to win? He's not going to go to the head coach and say something like, you think he went up to Freddie at halftime of the Bengals and said, how come I only have 3 carries? Well, what are you doing here? No, you don't do that kind of stuff. But yet, Landry and Beckham, to me, and sort of enable each other by saying, oh, well, when Landry's asked about Beckham, he just wants to win. He doesn't want to go anywhere.
Well, that is not the excuse.
Well, then why in October is he telling Jimmy Garoppolo, hey, come get me, I'd like to play over here. Why is that happening in October?
By the way, Jimmy Garoppolo, as good as he may be, does not decide who comes to San Francisco to play.
Some of this stuff is silly, and the latest report is that more players were doing this during the game Sunday.
Right.
I think they were doing that to tweak the media. I really do. Because who's going to tell the Arizona Cardinals that they want to, other than if you're a golfer and you want to play golf all year out there, that I get. But the 3-8-1 Arizona Cardinals, and you think the Browns are seriously saying, come get me. I want to play for you guys.